Peace, this is Jarrell with Quantum Light Consciousness. Today we're going to talk about activating your new abundance on the inside, the inner abundance, okay? Now, I didn't want to make this video only because, I'm not I'm not an expert on inner abundance. I'm not an expert on outer abundance. I'm not an expert on abundance at all. I'm not rich. I'm not wealthy on the outside. I don't have tons of money. I don't have cars. I don't have a lot of things that many people caught in the third dimensional realm of perception would think to believe that makes a person wealthy. However, what I do have is abundance as a self, as my own I am presence. And that's where everything begins, because when you go out and make money in the world, that's where all your energy is coming from. That's what money actually is. Money is actually a flow of energy. And that energy flows throughout the actual collective consciousness as a source of, barter, trade, exchange, stocks and bonds, and goods and services rendered inside the marketplace. And when you can get into your own energy, instead of being kind of puppeted by the artificial stock prices and, the prices mark up, just to do it, because it's more money made, or, the financial rules in play that aren't exactly fair, you get to switch the game into your favor. You switch the rules into your favor when you get into your own energy, and you start creating through your own energy and writing the rules with your own energy, because you control your own energy. So let's get started with that. All right. So your abundance equals your heart energy and your creative energy. All right, as creation energy. Okay, so what you manifest as abundance is actually coming from these areas. Now, basically, what I learned is what you do is getting into what you truly love to do. All right, now I'm not saying what you do has to work. What you do has to be something that is going to generate money. Because the basis of getting into your own abundance is starting somewhere that makes you feel good, okay? And now you hear a lot of new age spiritual teachers saying just get into your heart and do what makes you feel good, and then start a business through that. That's from step 1 to step 100. You really have to hone that sense of getting into your own vortex, generating that energy, flowing that energy within inside yourself, and then circulating that energy within inside yourself as an inner child while in your enjoyment and not caring what the outcome is. Okay? So what I tell my clients is to get into your own inner joy. Start doing something that if money wasn't an option, you'd be doing anyway. Okay? And get into that inner joy and start creating with that heart energy, regardless of, what the outcome is. Granted, you have your survival needs met, whatever the outcome is. And then eventually you could branch off into something that's actually rational for you to be doing in that field. Okay? So, that's where you start, just keep that in mind, as you want to manifest your abundance. That's the key of how to actually get it out in the world and get it implemented. All right? So your own inner abundance is really what is most important to you. Okay? What is most important to your heart? What is most important to your soul? All right? So, it reminds me of a story, good old Tony Robbins used to tell about this dude. He met a billionaire, and he said the billionaire was sitting at a front row in an opera house, and then he walked up to the billionaire, and then the dude was like, yeah, I'm this guy, but the guy was totally just out of touch with his actual health. He was really unhealthy. He was, I don't know, I think he said he was overweight, or he was diabetic, or he was had some type of other crazy illness. And Tony Robbins well, that guy's not wealthy. That's not actual wealth. Wealth is actually, abundance of many things. Okay? Now, what abundance is, your health physically, your mental health, your emotional health, money, material items, positive relationships and family life, work situations, social networks, which is all also 5D. Okay? And also 3D, food, water, and clean living space, which is, it's your survival needs. You need those. All right. If what you want is generally perceived as most wanted, that's not exactly wealth. Okay. If unless it actually lines up with the actual term of what wealth is to you. Okay. So if what you want means the most to other people, then there might be a shortcut you might be taking, and you might not be realizing what is most important to yourself. Here's how I activate myself into that inner wealth of inner actuality and inner resonance that is going to get me into my field of awareness of generating and attracting more opportunities for myself. Because personally, right after I did this activation, I had a couple things come through for me in my personal business. So here it is, just dishing it off to you guys. Your abundance is also a chakra. Okay, it's what New Age spiritual gurus don't tell you. Your abundance is actually a chakra, because your energy is coming from somewhere. All right, it's going out into the world, for services rendered, or for some products created. You working somewhere for a specific amount of time every day. That energy is coming from your chakras. All right. So if you know your chakras are your energy centers. The chakras are you. They represent your energy flow out, through your system. Okay. So there has to be an abundant chakra. All right. So the abundant chakra, the way I visualize it, is 3 vortexes. All right. Got 3 vortexes. They're spherically rotating, and they're all layered as one. So you got one at the center that represents the heart. That's emerald green. You got one around that represents just golden energy. Around that you got a platinum sphere, and that represents platinum light. And this chakra represents your vortex of abundance energy that you literally create and output your energy from in exchange to what you want and what is most important. All right. So and it doesn't even have to look like this. It could look like, however your chakras look. I just use this because, that's like my setup personally. And then when you're in meditation and when you're clearing your chakras, you clear just like how, you would clear like any other chakra. All right. The way I clear a chakra, I use rings that just rings of light that go around the chakra, from top to bottom. Okay. And after that, I usually call in either a deity or a higher self. Usually Lakshmi, or so far it's just been Lakshmi. And she comes in and she'll bless your energy with abundance. Literally, like the way it looks like, it's like gold and platinum coins, basically, like just surrounding your chakra, and with gold and platinum light. So it's like, this is critical. All right. After you do this, okay. After you do this, to make this stick, to make this heal, to make this actually take place in your spiritual development, just go back and heal all situations and relationships that went bad because of money. All traumas, all negative like situations. Maybe you got fired from a job, maybe you quit without notice, maybe you fought with a person because that person owed you money or whatever. You just got to go back and forgive it and then release it, because again, money is like a river. It flows. I can't count like how many times I've heard people say that, and I just wouldn't believe it until I actually experience it. Like, when you go and clear up past karma with past money issues or relationships, you literally free up debt. Like, you literally free up like blocked energy that accounts as debt, because literally you can't take more money in. More money can't flow to you. More. And then again, it's not all about money. It's only about, what is most important to you. More of that abundance can't flow into you if you do not have the correct space to actually allow it to flow with inside your actual energy field. So I guess that's it. Peace and love. If you guys would like a session, I do sessions at quantumlife.net. Do healing, intuitive coaching. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon.